Okay, I burped. Sorry.
Amazing.
Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Taylor and
Colleen and
Anissa.
and
Samantha.
Samantha is Norman's wife who edits our episode, and Anissa is my longtime friend forever.
Yes. Well, Samantha is not just Norman's wife; she's also our longtime friend.
You're a longtime friend, my new friend.
But he is my claim to fame, and he does a lot, and he's a part of the show as well. So, like, that's my claim to fame. But, like, you know.
Yeah. Samantha's her own person.
I am. Yeah.
We say Norman all the time on the podcast, so for the people. But obviously Samantha's...
For the people.
For the people. For like the 30 people. Anyway.
Own it for the world.
This is already off to a great start. We're having a bonus episode for a spooky girls' night, like kind of like slumber party vibes. Mm-hmm. Or like a wine bottle or two in.
We don't know anymore.
Or 4.
It doesn't matter. No one's judging us. Everyone has a way to get home.
We're all adults. We're all responsible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We
a
had
little
pizza.
bit of Alexis, yeah.
Yeah, we balanced it out. So, in case anyone's wondering.
We're cozy in our blankets and our pillows and we've got chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we set
secure.
the vibe for some spooky stories, and I feel like one by one we should introduce you guys, because you guys both have different, you like scary stuff, but in different ways. I feel like I'm more newer to Samantha, and I can't wait to hear about stories. But Anissa, like I said, I've known for over a decade. She's always been into scary stuff.
I sure have.
We used to listen to scary stories. You have some scary stories yourself?
I sure do.
So Anissa's not a skeptic.
I'm definitely not. I believe. I'm a believer.
She's a believer. And Samantha?
I am a little bit of... I want to say that I hope... I kind of go on both. Like, I watch a lot. I'm open to a lot. But I also take a step back and I'm like, that could be the pipes. Like,
Yeah.
I've watched, what was it? Those Ghost Adventures where they're like, or Taps, where they're like, could be.
Yeah.
Could be an old house, you know, type stuff. So, but I am definitely a fan of the genre. I love horror. And so...
Me too.
Yeah, I think that I've gravitated towards that. She's repping her Scream shirt today.
I sure am.
Yeah.
I sure am.
Yeah, Anissa has a Scream shirt on today. And you've loved horror since, like, forever.
Forever, yeah. I mean, Halloween is like...
Michael Myers.
My blueprint.
He's your man.
My man.
That's man's.
Yeah, I love, obsessed with the Halloween movies. But anything in general, anything scary, you know, like, I'll do the Jason, Freddy Krueger. I love all of it.
You're not, like... I feel like you're good at, like, separating scary movies from, like, other stuff. I don't know, because when I watch a scary movie, I'm thinking about it all night long. And I'm like, this is scary as fuck.
Yeah,
like,
no.
This is what happened to me right now. And she can watch anything, and she sleeps fine.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, I'm not one of those people like, oh, I need to, like, turn on a, like, I'll just watch it for fun and be able to go back right to sleep.
Some giggles.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Samantha, you're kind of like into true crime and stuff too, because you've requested a few stories for the podcast. Like, I've gotten specific Samantha suggestions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was definitely a fan of Snapped. I love that.
Oh,
I love
Snapped
the
is
true
good.
crime and I love the stories, and I'm like, I'm eating it up. And it's just really I've always been intrigued by by the thought process. I've always been intrigued by, like, what the heck makes them
Snap.
Snap.
exactly
Yeah.
snap like that, or what makes them just make that turning point where I'm like, oh, okay, because I don't think like that. I never have. And so but lately now that I've seen a few more stories and listened to you guys a lot, I've actually been putting a lot of kind of, it's a little bit more clear. There's always a certain similar trigger point, whether it be trauma or incidences that happen in their childhood, that I'm like, that makes sense. But it's still just an intriguing kind of genre for me, and I'm definitely just a hardcore fan. And to this day, I'm still watching scary movies, even though they make me. I am the turn the light on girl. After a scary movie, I will turn the light on for a night or two, just in case.
Just in case.
Or I try to watch something funny afterwards because I'm just like, oh,
You're like, I can't go to sleep like this.
maybe I shouldn't leave it off on this foot. I'll just watch something like Disney real quick.
Yeah,
Let me get my mind off this really fast.
I don't judge you, I promise.
Just avert, abort mission. But for me, though, I grew up on watching Chucky's and all the cult classics. And then as I grew older, I was like, ooh, Rob Zombie's crazy.
Crazy.
Kind of like it. Kind of like, and I'm definitely a music fan, so it was just a best of both worlds type things with him. But he introduced a new genre for me, which was like super gore, super sexual, like...
I always really liked that Living Dead Girl song.
Me too. To this day.
That's a banger.
It is. A lot of that stuff in Dracula, like, put it on right now. I don't mind. But, and then lately, just kind of keeping in touch with some of the horror films and stories and really just taking appreciation for your guys' platform already and just bringing back some of the old stuff. Like, one of my favorites is, to this day, I think it was one of your first podcasts, was Suitcase Killer. And then you even brought it back for the Galentine special and like hardcore. And then you guys inspired me watching it on Netflix, not to do a plug or anything like that for them, but
Sponsor us.
Netflix. It was well done. It was well done because I ate it up. I watched it and I was just like, that was good. Mm-hmm. It was nice to see it in motion picture from just taking it from the story. But definitely a fan of the genre.
I love that. Because you also really like the Stranger movies. The Strangers.
The Strangers.
Yes.
Anissa does too.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're so
and
good.
Colleen and I have gone to the first
That,
one.
I always loved when you brought that up. She was like, have you guys seen the Strangers movie? And I was like, that's how we met? Like, it was just kind of like...
When we were in high school, I was like, do you want to see the Strangers movie? And she, like, was afraid of stuff like that. And she was kind of, like, hesitant. Just like, okay, I'll go. But the entire time, like, her knees were up and she was like...
I literally had my hoodie over my head, but I really wanted to be friends with Taylor, so I was like, if she's inviting me to do something, like, I'll do it.
And I was scared too, don't get me wrong, because I used to, like, love the thrillers, but I would scare me. But I feel like you were scared on, like, another level, and you're like, okay, I'll go.
But Samantha brought it up one time when, I think it was the holiday party. Was it the holiday party? And you, because it had just come out and you guys had seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The holiday party, our company holiday party.
Yes.
And
Good
she was
times.
like, have you seen The Strangers? And I was like, this is why I love Samantha. Like, I feel like you have, like, we always talk about it, like, there's just this intuition when you hang out with, like, a group of girls. And, like, you bringing that up, I was like, we were meant to be friends with Samantha. Like,
It was. You were meant to be my friend, though, Chloe, because of Norman. Bring him back. I only met him because he worked with you in a class. You know, you guys were colleagues. And then meeting you through him, I kind of adopted you because I was like, yes, you're his colleague, but really, I clicked with Colleen.
yeah.
And then
I
we
know, I
started
stole
going
him
to like.
stole you from him.
We started going to punk shows. We started doing our own thing. We did.
Yeah, we go to emo nights and stuff.
A couple of different concerts, and it was just like, you know, Colleen's kind of my friend too, so we're sharing her. Sorry, Norman,
We got
love
lucky.
you, but
Yeah.
thank you for her. And then I got to meet Taylor.
Yeah. So Colleen knows Samantha through Norman.
And we love Norman. So
Shout out Norman.
always shout out Norman.
And I've known Anissa through our old company.
Yeah, we
We
worked
have
together.
shared some experiences
We
together.
sure have. Oh my gosh.
Colleagues by union. Colleagues.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been, how long has it been?
Since like
15?
2011.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
I can't math.
Horrible at math right now. Me
I am
too.
dumb.
Norman?
Me.
Cut it.
Yeah, cut that out.
Alright.
So what?
I was just gonna say, get into it.
Get into what?
Scary stories.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were gonna say something else.
We're doing
Scary
this.
stories.
Guys, we're doing this, right? This is it.
Quiet. I'm just kidding.
School.
So I don't know. There's like so many different versions of scary stories. There's paranormal. There's just like freaky ones where people are weird as fuck.
Well, what would be best for you guys? Like, would it be best if like we start off with a scary story, or do you guys have something that you wanna start off with? I know, Anissa, you have a ton. You've shared a little bit tonight.
A little, yeah.
You shared one with me before, but
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
No,
it's okay.
I feel like that's the one I would share anyway,
Okay.
because it's just. But I guess it would be paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for sure. It would be. So yeah, so when I was like, I want to say maybe 7.
Mm-hmm.
So my nana and tata, they lived in a house, and the story was like that the house had like burnt down and it was rebuilt, but I want to say I think somebody passed away in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting ready for school, and it was in the main bedroom, and so there's a bathroom, the bedroom, and my little cousin Erica's asleep on the bed. And as I'm walking out like of the bathroom, oh no wait, I'm sorry, I'm actually walking back into the room. She's asleep on the bed, and I see a man just like sitting at the edge of the bed, and he's just like staring at her, and it's just more of like a silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just was like, what? Like, you know when you get that feeling of like I felt like I wanted to scream, but I felt like nothing was coming out. Yeah.
I only know that from a dream.
I have those dreams all the time, but that
No,
hit me deeply. Because, like, that is my like worst nightmare. Is like not having a voice.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
in real life.
In real life,
Oh
yeah.
my
So
God.
and then like I was little, so like I was like, I just when you know like something shouldn't be there, and you're just like, what is? And like he was just like looking at her sleeping, and I was like, oh my God, like I was trying to scream, but they said my mom was there, and then like my grandparents were both there, and they all said I was screaming. So I was just like, I didn't feel like I was, but I was like, oh my God. And like my thought that he was real like, oh, because they would see a lot of things, so they were just like kind of used to it. So he was just kind of like laughing it off, like, oh, you seen the ghost, or oh, you seen him. But and when I looked back, like I kind of turned back like to look at my thought that he was just like, what's going on? I'm like, there's a guy sitting next to Erica on the bed, like, and he was just like, he was gone. But it was something like, it stuck with me because like I felt like I said, I couldn't really like make a face out. It was just more of a silhouette, but like it was dark, because she was asleep, but it was really like, it was someone sitting there, and I'm just like, oh my God. And it's just weird because, when you're little, you get freaked out. So yeah, but that was probably
and
one
kids
of
are
the...
more susceptible to
Yes.
seeing spirits.
Yeah.
So
And it's just kind of like it was an ongoing thing, like with all of my cousins, like we all kind of seen something. So it wasn't just me. Like they all kind of seen different things too, like...
In that house?
In the same house, yeah. And then my nana had like people stay with her, like a friend move in with her, and she also would like see like a man like jiggling his keys, and just like it was so many like different occurrences, like everyone's seen it. And that's why I know some people don't believe in that stuff, but I'm like, a lot of us, like all of my cousins, they can tell you stories too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's crazy not to believe in it, because it's just like, of course, we're all energy. Of course there's going to be lingering energy around. But also, remember when you went to that Reiki person and they said that you were going to be seeing spirits, and she's like, get ready because it's gonna open up.
She told me that like there was like a lot of spirits around me, and I'm like, spirits? Like, what do you mean there's spirits? And she's like, yeah, I think they know that you're scared though, so they're not like messing with you, showing them to you.
I think they're waiting till you're ready.
And I'm
she's
like,
girl, you're a medium.
Please don't ever come to me, because I'm not ready for that. But yeah, I know when she told me that, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It was kind of like, please don't.
Is that the only like spirit that you've like seen? Or?
In person, yeah, that's like what I've seen. But just in that house, I felt like there was, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like when you were there, like, I was afraid to always, like, when we would spend the night there, like, we would always tell, like, my cousins would be like, if I need to go to the bathroom, like, I'm going to wake you up and you have to come with me, or vice versa. Like, we wouldn't go to the bathroom alone.
Did it feel like someone was watching you?
Yeah. And we all just were scared because we've all, like, we would wake up, and, like, even my guy cousins, like, they would wake up and be like, oh, like, I seen a man last night, like, standing in the doorway looking at us while we were asleep. And just, so it was just so many, like, different occurrences that, like, I feel like, I'm like, we can't all be, like, just seeing things, you know?
Did you ever look up, like, if there was, like the history of the house or anything?
I never looked it up. I never looked it up. It was just kind of like what was the information passed down to, like, my family history and stuff. But yeah, I want to say, that it had burnt down, and then I think I want to say somebody did pass away there. So yeah, it was just, I felt like, there was, like, a lot of energy in that house. And yeah, there was a couple pictures too that they, like, a couple of my cousins, like, as we got older, they did decide to, like, take pictures. And yeah, they're creepy. You can kind of see some stuff.
Take pictures of the house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, just in rooms, like, just to see if anything would come up. And we did, like, there was a picture. I have it too. I'll have to try to find it. Maybe show you. I know you're probably like, Colleen's like, no thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are times where Taylor tries to like, show me stuff, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look at that.
Yeah.
But
what were you gonna say?
nothing.
Oh, I didn't want to cut you off. I feel like I always bulldoze the conversation.
No, you're still.
It just reminded me of our second house because kind of the same thing. I mean, I didn't take pictures, but I always have, like, a reoccurring nightmare of my bedroom because and it's also always, like, I remember my bedspread, like, during that time, and it's always, like, this, like, yellow and, like, pink and green, like, plaid, like, the closet's so creepy. And I just always remember, like, those dreams being, like, so scary because that house was, like, so scary to me. And my mom, before she bought the house, she was like, I don't have a good feeling about this house. And I was just like, why didn't you just not buy the house then?
You're like, why are you moving in here?
In the moment,
Thanks, Mom.
She told us that, like, this was, like, recent. She told us. I was like, oh, well, I mean, that makes sense if you had bad vibes about the house because it was bad vibes.
Yeah.
I love that you dream in color, though. You dream in color?
Yeah.
I caught that.
I feel like I'm, like, in my
I didn't even
room.
think about that.
Yeah, because typically it's not, people don't dream in color.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I always remember everything from that room, like, exactly how I had it set up. But, like, when I was going to sleep in that room, and I know you already know, but, like, I would always hear my name, like, whispered at night. And I always didn't know where it was coming from, but I was, like, afraid of the closet, and I was afraid of, like, under the bed, because I was a kid, so I feel like that's what you are afraid of at that time. But in my dreams, it's always the closet, and I'm just like, oh, I hate it. And I do remember one year for Christmas, I got this from 101 Dalmatians, a Jasmine stuffed animal. And I remember, do you guys remember that character?
From 101 Dalmatians?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Jasmine?
She had the little,
Are you sure you're not talking about 11?
no.
Okay.
Was
Wait, I
Jasmine
think
the dog?
Oh wait, it was her name Diamond.
Oh.
No, I think it was Diamond.
Okay.
Because she had a spot right here, and I remember I had a mole right here, and I was like, I feel like I'm her. They're like, when you sleep with her, she protects you. And after I did that, I stopped hearing the voices.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy.
That is creepy. That's good though that it worked.
Yeah, thank God.
Have you ever had any other, like, experience, like, maybe I already asked you.
Just the same with the my name, like, I could hear my name. But it was when my uncle had passed away. I was laying on my couch, and he had probably passed away maybe, like, a couple days before that, and I was home alone at the time, and I was falling asleep on the couch, and when you're kind of, like, in between, like, falling asleep, but then and I felt like I heard him say my name, and I, like, woke up and was like, oh my God, like, because I, like, it was his voice, so I did freak out a little bit, but then I'm like, I don't
used to
know.
hear my dad's voice too, like, yell my name, and that would wake me out of sleep, and I'd be like, see, yelling at me. He'd always be like, Taylor.
Yeah, I did get a little scared though, just because, like, he had passed away, so I'm like, why did I hear his voice? But that's probably, that's it. But
Okay, I want to say something, but I don't want it to come off, like, to be extra spooky, but I felt like when you were talking about that the man's spirit, like, it kind of reminded me of when, like, we did that podcast with the most recent with Station 59, Chelsea at Station 59, and she was talking about the Villisca Axe Murder House and, like, the spirit just being, like, so strong.
yeah,
Like, for you to be somebody who says that like you're off, you don't want to see spirits, and that one is like so active, like that kind of just gave me chills because like if you're, you know, your family members are seeing it and things like that, like did it feel aggressive or did it feel
like I never felt like, oh, it's gonna like I was scared, but it didn't feel like, oh, it was like trying to like attack me in any way or anything like that. It was just a strong presence. And like I said, I feel like everyone, like you would see like it was like a hallway, and then like you'd sleep with the door open, and even my grandparents, they would see the same thing, like and it was also like a man too, like they would see with the cowboy hat on, and I feel like my tata would see that one more, like it would be like you know, like he'd be in his room and he would see it, just kind of like, you know, when your door's open and like at night, you know, and it's just, that's like what he would see. But I feel like they weren't scared, like they were already over it. Like it just became something that was kind of normal to them. Yeah. They just be like, oh, I'll get out of here. Okay. Or, you know, or like the lights would come on and off. It was like those, like, you know, back in the day, like those really tall lights, like they're really tall and you had to like, you had to click it for it to turn on. Well, we would just be sitting down and like they would just turn on and off. And it's just stuff like that where we'd be like, oh my God, you know? But I feel like sometimes, like, I really watch, like, when I tell people that, because I know that some people are probably like, oh, yeah, right, you know? But I'm like, no, like, I experienced it, and I'm not, like, a storyteller, so, you know, it is what it is.
Why would you be telling it?
Yeah. Well, and I feel like, no, like, in a good way, like, you started to get a little bit emotional about it, just because, like, it just, like, always gives me, like, that eerie feeling, though, where you're still, because I just feel like it was still, like, really vivid in my mind. Yeah, of course, because it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much my story. I'm like, oh, and you would think I would, like, be afraid of scary movies, but
still not.
She'll watch every movie coming out. I'm like, give me all the scary movies. Just not in person, please.
Yeah.
I feel like my only encounter that made me not be so much of a skeptic was actually in relation to a dog. So I had this friend where I stayed at her house one day, and like they had a dog outside, and she went to work, and she's like, it's fine, just stay here until you need to do what you need to do and you can go. And I was kind of like, I don't need to do that, but like fine, it worked out for the day. And so I'm there, and she has like this little outside house apart from a big house. So there's a backyard that separates the separate house. It's like a casita from the main house. And they have a backyard with a dog, Doberman, big dog, chain, small tail. Remember that? So here I am, and I'm chilling, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of waking up, and I'm getting myself prepared for the day. I'm tripping out because I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I see a shadow of a dog. Here's the thing. The dog is going from one corner of the room to the next. Well, in only like logic thinking, there's a dog outside that would only go, vertical instead of horizontal. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there and I'm like looking at the shadow, and I'm tripping out because I'm like, wait a minute. 1 + 1 = 2. Why is this shadow going horizontal when the dog would only be showing a shadow going vertical? And also, I'm not hearing a chain. This is a Doberman. Mm-hmm. I mean, not a Doberman. It's bigger, fatter. What's
like a Rottweiler?
Rottweiler.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Rottweiler. Mm-hmm. Big, small tail. Mm-hmm. Big. On a chain. I'm gonna hear the chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have no problems with audio. Like I'm very like sound. 20/20 vision. Mm-hmm. Not needing nothing. Don't know hearing aid. No glasses. So I'm watching the shadow, and the shadow is going this way, and it's also not logically. It's like coming here and then making a V-shaped diagonal going there, and I'm just like, I'm a little younger, but I'm not under the influence of anything. Clear sound of mind, tripping out, just watching this shadow, because the shadow is has a
Where
bushy.
were you at the time?
I was inside the
You were
room
inside.
and just kind of chilling out, waking up, getting myself together and just being kind of a bum, laying around. And I'm watching this bushy-tailed dog go from side to side and kind of like coming in one way, coming out diagonal, and just zipping back and forth kind of slow. And I'm just tripping out because I'm like, wait a minute. But I don't hear the chain moving because it is. And that, like, he had, like, the dog had priors. Like, the dog is just not a fan of the neighborhood. That's why he's on a chain. It's just not very family friendly, not person friendly at all. That's why it's on a chain, because there's some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's not very. It's a good guard dog. It's a great guard dog. But so I just see this, and I'm just like. I get up out of there, I get my stuff, I'm like, okay, and we're done. And scene. So I go about my day, no problem. But then I kind of mentioned that to my friend. I'm like, so trip out, saw a shadow of a dog on the ceiling, not sure how this would happen. Like, am I tripping? Little did I know, this was a common scene shadow from my friend. The grandma practices witchcraft.
Oh, okay.
And in prior homes has seen dogs outside, has had encountered and visions of this dog. And I'm like, oh, why'd you leave him? Because, like, I saw him, like, I'm not in this family. Like, why am I seeing it now? I don't know if it's ties to maybe I don't know. I don't know. And from then on, I was like, interesting. Well, it doesn't stop there. So one night, I go, and it's like a true friend. So we visit a cousin out in Oakview, California. And it's a very old town. It's by Lake Casitas. Johnny Cash had a house out there in California. And just old soil, okay? And we're leaving a cousin's house. It's probably twilight hour. It's like 1 a.m. And we roll past this park called Foster Park. And all of a sudden, I see a white dog with the same bushy tail. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm tripping because, yes, I am. I'm like under the influence a little bit. And so I asked him, like, wait, do you see that dog? Confirms, dog is there. Rolls down the window, and I'm like, wait, didn't say do that. But when I look at the dog has no reflective eyes. Usually animals, especially at the headlight, it's a white dog, bushy tail, no eyes.
Oh.
And so I'm like, okay. And I'm like, can we please keep on going? And like roll down the window. I'm like, please roll up the window. Like, let's just roll on. And just come to find out that it's just a common known thing. And from then on, that was kind of like my moment where I was no longer a skeptic. Couldn't debunk it. No pipes, no faulty anything.
Yeah.
For sure believer that I saw like an apparition or a shadow.
Wait, was the second occurrence, did you say it was with the same people?
Same person.
Okay.
So it was kind of like attached to them?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm like wondering what kind of witchcraft.
I know.
Because the witchcraft isn't always like
It's not
negative.
necessarily negative. It could be.
There's like the
could
lighter,
be.
but also like the no eyes kind of freaks me out a little bit. So I'm like, what is that? If you're really a dog, so cute. But
Yeah.
are you
But
really
like-
a dog?
Are you really a dog?
Yeah.
Or are you appearing as a dog?
I wish they were here to tell more, because I think that they actually experienced more types of visions and more encounters. But for me, I just got to saw the dog. So hopefully it was like a guiding light and maybe like a protector.
Especially that it's
Yeah.
white. Because that usually signifies like a lighter presence, I think.
Yes, I would agree, except for the shadow on the ceiling, because I was like, wait, but perhaps, I mean, you can't see a white shadow. So,
Yeah.
but
And also maybe because if it were something that was new to you, maybe you're just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But I mean, I would be.
Definitely my reaction, because I was
Yeah.
like, I have to be tripping, but I wasn't. I was so sober, and I was like, why?
You're like, I don't
What is
understand.
it? I
But
don't.
if you didn't immediately feel like a pressing or like oppressive like thing, then maybe it was just something being like, hello, I'm here.
I love that
And
insight.
like you could see it.
I love that insight. I'm gonna go with that.
Did the people that you were with, did they see the same thing, or did they?
I don't think they never confirmed the ceiling one,
Mm,
but they were with me for the actual at nighttime.
were they a little freaked out?
Yeah, but they were also brave enough to roll down the window. So I was just like, please stick your head back inside.
Yeah.
Please roll down the window. Like, can we put the pedal to the metal and go? Because I'm ready to go. Because that just doesn't seem right. There's no reason for this bushy tail guy to be out here and then with no eyes. Like, I need to see some reflection. We're shining lights.
Yeah.
We're in a car. Why?
Yeah.
Riddle me that, Riddler.
Well, and for you also to have like the same feeling that you felt like it was the same dog that you saw,
Same
the
bushy
shadow.
tail.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, because you could obviously be like, oh, it's this another
Just a
dog.
dog.
Completely different.
Just a
Yeah,
dog.
but like for you to be like, I'm the type of person to like find reason in, like, reasoning out of what could possibly be like an experience, and for you to be like, no, this was the same dog.
The fact
Definitely
that you clocked
felt-
that.
Yeah.
I
like the
definitely
significance.
I definitely felt the correlation.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was kind of like that was enough to make me no longer a skeptic. Because
Yeah.
I definitely, watching a lot of scary movies, I was kind of like, this is cinema though. Love it. Love
This is-
it is. I love, you know,
Yeah.
and I love that craft and that. Obviously, that's why I picked Norman. Shout out to Norman.
Always shout out to Norman.
but always, but you know, just the production of things, fan, but never really like, because I never.
Yeah, it's like
experienced-
far fetched. You kind of like.
I can make a definitive lie where I'm like, okay, reality, but that was my one true experience where I was kind of like, all right, things are unexplainable.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my little dog tail.
Dog tail.
I love that. Anissa, I was telling Colleen that, so even though I had those experiences when I was younger, I was still like, it was my imagination, because that's what my parents always said, even though it was like super scary at the time. But I was telling her during our, I don't know if it was recorded or if it was off recording when we were talking to Chelsea at Station 59 or whatever, that I feel like it was when one of our coworkers.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
had some stories.
So I was so interested in like ghost stories and I love the stuff, but I didn't know if it was like real or not. And I feel like when she started telling her stories, I remember the panic I started feeling. I was like, wait, what? It happens like to people, like this is real. Like this is a first person story. And it was just a really scary feeling.
Yeah, her stories
she
were
had some
really
wild stories.
really wild stories, and I feel like they were a little more like demonic in a way. Like I don't know, like some of the ones they were like it. Yeah, those felt heavy just because of like the stuff she would tell us. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, she would have some really scary ones, and I don't know if it
really
because
scary.
of like the religious aspect to it, like
Yeah.
the demons and stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
but yeah, I feel like that was my first like, whoa, like people have it. It's weird to say now, but I think it's just because I was like 20 years old. I was like, people
Yeah,
have this
you just thought-
experience for real. It's not just like scary.
You're like, it's not just in my imagination.
But I think since then, like having more of like an understanding of like, I mean, it's just people that passed on. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel a little bit more at ease with it.
You're like, I still don't want to see them, but
Understanding.
Don't stand at
Yeah.
the foot of my bed, and we're done.
Don't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, don't do it.
no.
What about you, Colleen?
I've never paranormal experiences. No, like I've never, and I think I'm kind of similar to you, where like I'm so terrified of like, and it's not like out of like I definitely believe that there are spirits
yeah.
amongst us, and like I totally respect the people that can like interact with them. I can't handle it. It
Yeah.
would terrify me if like I saw something, and So I've never had any sort of experience. Like, we've done, like, our spirit boxes and stuff, and I know Taylor and Norman like to say I'm brave, but I feel like they're gaslighting me a little bit. They're tricking me into doing more, like, spooky stuff, but it's just, like, it's something that I think I close myself off to because I'm too scared of it. Yeah, like, I'm very much like you, Samantha, where, like, I need logic, I need a reason for it, and I can't make a reason for it. And I also think I've told Taylor, like, I'm also scared of something I can't fight, you know, which is why I think I like the true crime a little bit more. But, like, obviously there's terrible people out there, and, like, you know, people fight against it, but it's a real person, and so there's, like, for lack of a better phrase, there's a logic behind it, even though, like, it doesn't make any sense in the horrificness, or there should be no, you know, thing out there that hurts another person, but at least I can try and make sense of it.
Right.
Where to the spiritual, like, the spirit world, like, I can't, and that really scares me, I think.
I've also heard too that, like, people that are really afraid of, like, that side of things are super aware and can feel the energies of beings in the room, and that's why you have that fear, which I feel like is really interesting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have, like, a bigger fear of it, but because you can kind of, like, feel it.
Yeah, but I feel like when we've done stuff, like, you and Norman will say, like, you're feeling something, and I'm like, I'm not feeling that, but because you guys said you are, because you said you're feeling it, now I'm feeling it. You know?
Like, now I'm living what they're saying.
It's cold in here, right, guys?
Did you guys feel anything in
felt the
Hanny's?
tingles.
Because we were all there in Hanny's. You went down to Hanny's? Too.
Yeah, when we went.
I did.
You were there with me the first time.
Yes.
Yes, and
We had to walk out.
I cried.
Was that the time that we all went, or?
Well,
We were already at the hotel.
Oh,
They
okay.
were still at Hanny's.
and so then they left because they were going to get the equipment. Or you guys left because you were going to get the equipment for us to record. And me, Kyle, my brother, and Samantha were still there. And my brother and my husband very kindly spoke to the manager and told them that we were there with a podcast. And they were like, do you want to go down in there with the dolls? I was like, not particularly. Like, this is why I do the true crime and she does the paranormal. You got the wrong half of the podcast here. And I walked down there, and now we know that the dolls are not really haunted.
Yeah, you did so good. They just look creepy.
They look creepy. That doorway is haunted, and as she's telling us that the doorway is haunted, the kind manager who allowed us down there, like, thank you for that, but also...
They did say that's, if anything, that's what they're afraid of, is the doorway.
And
nothing else.
And she told us
Like,
that. And
going down there? Like,
going
down
near it,
just
touching
near
it.
it?
That door hardware,
That door-
that just frame. That
Oh,
frame.
okay.
It's not
there's
on a wall, it's just a door frame
It's
by
just
itself.
a door
But-
frame by itself.
As she's telling us this, my brother's literally, like, running
I
loop-de-loops.
have video still.
Yeah, like, he's in it, and he's just like, woohoo! I'm like, stop.
Doing a little jiggy
Everybody
dance
stop
in there.
it.
I know. I still have that. I was like, oh,
Then-
such brave.
And then we did the spirit box, and it said some really whatever episode, go listen to the episode, because the spirit box session was really creepy. And the next day, my brother and my husband left me alone all day long with me being freaked out, because that's my first time ever doing something like that. And I'm saying this facetiously, if they left me alone. They had plans already. But so I'm home all day, and I literally sat downstairs because the shirt that I was wearing, I had taken off to go to bed, and I had left it upstairs, and I was just like, I don't want to be around any energy from last night. I will not go near anything that I had on from the previous night. I can't do it because it scared me so much because of how active that spirit box was. And so I just had to, like, distance myself from it. But the entire day, I just was like the way our house is set up, I can see, like, our upstairs, like, quote, like, landing. And I was like, I'm watching that hallway all day long because I know that shirt that I wore the previous night is in our bedroom, and I'm like, I don't know, it just, and I know it sounds crazy, but it just, it scares me, you know, and I have such a, like, again, I respect,
crazy.
but
Yeah, it's not.
it's a respect for whatever that energy was that said those things to us, and I was like, I don't want any part of that, and I'm gonna cleanse everything. I'm gonna listen to all the experts on like what to do. And Taylor's even told me some stories, and she's having to had to give me crystals like as I'm going home, because I'm just like, I'm sorry, like I'm having a weird reaction to it just because I don't understand it, and it scares me.
I mean, I have those crystals, like, there's one above my doorway right there.
Yeah.
I have them as soon as people walk in, I'm like, leave your shit outside.
I keep one in my purse at all times, just in case.
Super smart.
Like,
that's really smart.
Because it truly did calm me. Like, you know, like, I believe in energies and, like, that kind of stuff. Like, I'm definitely, like, you know, a vibe type of person. Like, you know, you just can sometimes feel there's a weird vibe coming from somebody or whatever, but, like, crystals help me. Like, anything that's gonna like calm me helps me, because I do have a lot of anxiety. And so when she gave me that crystal, I was like, I'm never letting go of this. Like, it needs to be with me at all times, because that night particularly, I was so freaked. Not the night that we did the spirit box, but the night she told one story, and I was like, I need something. And I've never let it go, just because like it calms me so much, and I literally carry it with me all the time.
Yeah, I love that.
I was like, I sound crazy, but
No, you don't sound crazy.
It's so real. I have so many of those. It's selenite. I have so many of it throughout the house, but it is one of the crystals that doesn't have to be charged. Like they say to like cleanse your crystals by the moonlight, or like smoke cleanse it, but this one like you don't have to, which I really like. So that's why I have them all over the house. I have my oracle cards and my tarot cards.
I did tell Norman when we went to East Valley Paranormal, we were texting in our group chat, and he was like, I don't have any crystals, and I was like, well, I'll bring mine and we can share. And then I was like, wait, if something goes down, that's my crystal. All men for themselves.
He's got some holy water.
Yeah.
He's got beads.
I will say though, I feel like, because that was like kind of like our first real experience doing a spirit box session, and like I went in really excited and not really knowing what to expect, but I feel like, so I don't think I treated it as seriously as it should have been treated, and I think beforehand I would probably do some like grounding practices, knowing not to be like, oh my god, it said my name, like not letting the fear take over, because that's like the last thing you want to do. Then like, okay, it said my name, it's okay.
Well,
move on.
And Taylor brings this up all the time, because she is like, when she started getting freaked out, it was like, she says I took over, but like I feel like that's like her and I have this like passing energy where it's like when one of us needs each other, it kind of like passes between us, because there are times where like we'll do like live shows and she's like, did you know that I was nervous? And I was like, no. And she's like, you did something that like took over. And I'm like, did you know I was nervous because you did something that like took over? And like it's, and I love that, but like I do think that's really something that, again, we've talked
about. It's energetic.
Yeah, like because we felt that, like, again, like with you, Samantha, like just bringing up random stuff. I'm just like, how did you, like, it's just so you know what I mean? Like it's random, but it's also like I feel like it's an energy or like an intuition or something like that.
Brings a sense of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Even without trying.
Yeah. There are certain people that are meant to be in your lives for certain reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Do you remember going back to seeing the spirits, but when we were younger, like in high school, we would always say that we saw in our peripheral, we would see like cats.
Oh, yeah.
And
cats.
I think we would say we saw white cats a lot. Neither of us had a white cat, like a full white cat.
Yeah.
So, I don't, have you guys ever seen that?
No.
It was weird because it was such a random thing, and I'm like, you see it too?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, you see it.
We used to do this walk around our neighborhood. Me and Taylor, before we even knew we knew each other, we lived not far from each other. So like we literally lived, like I lived right here on this side of the freeway. She lived right here on this side of the freeway before we
Like
even
super
met.
close.
Yeah, so we would like meet in between and go on walks together. And yeah, like I do remember you being like, "Do you ever see white cats?" And I'm like, "You see white cats?"
It was so weird because like I would in my house in my peripheral I'd be like, "There's a cat there," and I'd look and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It was so weird. I mean, I had cats at the time. Now I feel like it doesn't happen as much, but I do feel like I see. So the other night,
Don't.
I know,
Here?
yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, I literally saw Copper walk to my office. I was like, why is he going to my office? I'm not in there. And he was in the dog bed. And I was just like, okay. That was like, it wasn't just like peripheral. Like I saw him walk. Or I guess kind of peripheral. Because I wasn't directly looking at him. But I was like looking at something else. And I saw him go across. And I was cleaning. I'm like, why is he going in there?
Yeah.
Like, let me see what he's up to. And he wasn't in there. And I was just like,
my God.
okay.
Oh.
Weird.
That is freaky.
Yeah, I feel like there's been some things in this house, but like, I feel like
As we're gonna spend the night here.
have fun.
Great.
I'm like,
There is something. Okay, wait. There's a couple of things.
There is.
okay.
But so like from my room, I can see right here. Like
Yeah.
She's like, "There's one right there."
It's actually in this room. Just kidding. But seriously, I always like in my peripheral, I see something like walking like right here. I'm like, is it like my eyelash? I'm like, no, it's not. Like I don't know what it is, but it's not like freaky. It's just like, what is that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, the other thing, I don't remember if I've told you this, but like I know I've told you this, and I've said it on the podcast too, but in our bedroom, when I saw like Seb, or what I thought was Seb, like walk around the corner.
You did tell me that was
Did
that
you
was
hear
crazy.
that on the Oh, okay. Oh, I was laying in bed. I think I woke up at like midnight or something, and like it's our bedroom, and then there's like you go around the corner, and it's like the closet, and I saw somebody like walk around, and then as soon as I saw them, they walked back, and I was like, okay, like Seb's getting ready for bed or whatever, and then like he never went to the bed, and then like I finally got up and I looked out there, and he was asleep on the couch.
Oh.
But I remember it looking like, I guess like shadow person kind of, but
You
like
said kinda like
staticky.
staticky,
Yeah. Like I feel like how you see things at night, like in the pitch black, it kind of looks staticky. So,
Ooh.
but, and everyone asked me if I was like freaked out when I saw it, but I was like, no, because in the moment, like I thought it was Seb, like literally.
No, it wasn't him.
So, but I didn't like feel any like bad energy.
Yeah. Which I think that's like sometimes, like, but I feel like that's a conception of like spirits, and this is what has like calmed me about knowing about it a little bit more, because like we've talked to so many people who have like shared their experiences, and like a lot of them have been positive experiences with spirits. Some of them have been negative, which I'm like, again, closed myself off to that. Hopefully, whatever else I can do, I'll do a TikTok dance.
If I need to get rid of it.
Yeah, but like a lot of them have been really positive of like the spirit needed, like, and they're like, yeah, we just saw it, you know.
Right.
I think also with I've learned a lot about like not just always like immediately going to like horror movie, because when we were talking with Chelsea about, Taylor was talking about this little girl that would appear under a bed in one of the stories we were doing, and I was just like, that's terrifying. They're like, no, that's actually sad. I was like, wow, that's a different perspective than I would have thought, because I'm just like, horror movie, yes, Sixth Sense, like that's scary.
Because she was saying she was probably hiding from
Yeah,
like
just
the
where
hiding
she was.
killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's-
I never thought about it that way.
And I never did either until she said that. Yeah.
So it's also been kind of like eye-opening from that way.
Absolutely.
Of like, they're showing themselves to you not to be scary, which like I appreciate, but again, please don't show yourself to me. Like, whatever I can do to not have you show up.
Right. I know. I'm good without not seeing you. But
Yeah.
no, you know what though? That is a trip, because just saying my story tonight, I don't think I've ever looked at it from that other perspective.
Yeah.
Of that maybe the visions that I saw, or the you know, apparitions or whatever it was being as a positive,
Yeah.
because I didn't feel fear or uncomfort or just, you know, like a scary movie, like, oh my God, I am just about to get murked.
I'm next.
Right. It was more just kind of like awareness, like, okay, I'm seeing this right now. And perhaps it's about perspective. It's like taking it as maybe a positive that I didn't really see. Because in my mind, my strictly thing was like, it was something that I couldn't explain, and automatic scary movie stuff. No, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Wish it was cinema. This is real life. What the? So,
I agree, because I think if it was something negative, you would have felt it.
inside.
And since you didn't, it was more like, what was that? More like curiosity.
Yeah.
So I do feel like that second house I was talking about, I felt like something was like for real messing with me. I did not like how it felt.
Yeah.
And I know the difference between that and like things I feel now and when I encounter whatever. So.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Chelsea, for that.
I know.
I felt checked in that moment. I was like, you're right. Like, it's not always like, oh my God, it's so scary because it's under the bed. Like, it's like, no, it's a little girl who's hiding. Like,
The under the bed is so real, though.
Still don't hide under my bed.
As a kid, that was every kid's fear.
Yes, because you've seen the Chucky movies. He's always under the bed.
Yes, he is.
He's
Always waiting.
under the bed.
Okay, scariest moment I've actually ever had was we had a cat, Juliet.
Juliet.
She hated this cat.
She was cute. She just did not like me.
She didn't like anybody. But
I was offended.
she was mean, but she would hide under the bed, and as you put your feet down, she would lunge out and grab you, and I was like, why are you a real nightmare?
She's like, I live for this.
Dressed
I
as
Don't
a
sit
daydream.
down.
I remember laying in the bed and she's on top of my feet, and you're like, don't move. And she bit my ankle, and I was like,
I told you not to move. She was the thing that would show up at the end of your bed, and she was real.
She was spooky.
R.I.P. Juliet. She was a real one.
She was a real one.
I love that cat.
I know our childhood cat, Willie. He would stand on his legs and do this with the doorknob, like try and open it. So in the middle of the night, be like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, something's trying to get in.
I feel like cats know. They know what to do.
They know. And that was actually, I talked about the second house being really creepy, but our third house was also really creepy because it just follows me everywhere. Well, I used to be really afraid of the dark, and I slept in the dark. Like, I'd turn my light off, and I feel like immediately, like, you know, like your senses become hyper aware, and I feel like I hear everything, and I felt like I heard everything, but I also feel like I kind of made some stuff up too. I'm not gonna lie. But I was falling asleep, and mid-sleep, I felt like something grabbed my ankles.
No.
And I think I told you this. I told you this too. And like,
Is that when you got up and drove to the steps?
Yeah, I felt like I was being pulled off the bed.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, I still felt the pressure, like of like if someone had just like let go or something. And I called Seb, and I was just like, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh, this is recent?
No, this was in like
College?
2011, 2012, maybe.
Yeah.
Or 2010. Around that time. Yeah, so a long time ago. And I was like, I'm coming over. Just like, this isn't a booty
Like,
call.
I'm not
It's a boob.
I'm afraid for my life.
That's creepy.
Yeah, not a fan of that. That stuff I can live without.
Yeah. That would be scary to actually feel something.
Yes, and I do. There's a piece of me, even though I don't think I personally experienced this, I've known a lot of people who experience sleep paralysis and things.
I'm terrified to experience that. I've never.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And it's like one thing that I do fear because I've heard like horror stories about it that people like who have experienced it, they just tell me it's like awful.
I've never seen anything, but I've like heard stuff, and yeah, they're weird.
Especially like the ones where they say that they can kind of like if there's someone in the room with them and they're trying to call out to them, and then like they can't, and then the person's like, you were just sleeping, like, you know, that's so creepy to me.
I've had that on the couch, and Seb was sitting right next to me, and I remember I was like trying to open my eyes, and the sleep paralysis was like I could hear the window like moving, and to me I thought somebody was trying to break in. I was trying to get his attention and I couldn't move, and I finally got out of it, and like the window's like normal, like still, like nobody's trying to break in. It's wild.
Have you ever
like,
experienced like a presence or anything? Did you ever feel
No.
that? Just you just couldn't
I never
open yours.
seen like a presence. I'm glad, 'cause I don't think I'd be able to handle that.
No.
Have you, Samantha, ever had sleep paralysis?
Never sleep paralysis. No, but I do lucid dream. Like I
Oh, you
definitely,
do?
and I've had like nightmares where I'm trying to escape, and because I have lucid dreams, I've like
You have the awareness that you're dreaming, right? Like in it.
and then I have control to maneuver myself in the dream, and so where I'm just grateful that I remember when I wake up, because I love like reaching that realm, like that REM sleep, you know, but it's the ones that I remember. And so I'm just grateful that I can remember those ones. And I know, but unfortunately there are a lot of the nightmares that I'm navigating through that I'm out of fear moving in my dreams to escape. And it's kind of crazy. I have noticed though that in my dreams, it ties into certain chapters of my life where I'll have like reoccurring ones only based off of like what I'm going through in real life. But they're unfortunately usually like nightmares. But it's me trying to like for instance, there's one where it ties to my childhood house in Los Angeles, and it's this apartment complex that I used to live in, and it's me trying to get out. And it only happens in certain like chapters of my life where I think I've like it's I don't know, I guess tapping into like childhood trauma or something like that is what my logic thinks and associates it with. But I'm able to like navigate through my dream and do the impossible, which I'm like, girl, when I wake up I'm like, you didn't know how to start that car. You didn't have no keys, but you started that car. How did you do it? In my dream I did though. And I am like trying to get out. So
That's really cool. Not a lot of people can lucid dream like that.
No. I've had one fun one. but for the most part it's been just like me nightmares trying to get out of the damn house.
Well, I lucid dreamed once. It was like, I think I was in like my elementary school.
Nice.
I just remember being like, I know I'm in a dream. Can I wake up now?
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything significant.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like for you, like that's almost like truly mind over matter. You know what I mean? Like that speaks a lot about you being like, whatever is like pulling you back into that dream. Like your mind is pulling you out of it because it knows you're strong enough. Like it's like, hey, don't let yourself get
succumb to it.
Yeah.
But and don't get me wrong though, I'm still trying to like wake up. There's some where I'm still like there's a part of the dream where I'm like, this is the part where you try to wake up.
Yeah.
And don't find out what happened.
But it's like literally you're strong enough. You are strong enough to be like, I recognize this is a dream and I can get myself out of it. Like that's baller. That's so
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah.
I love that you pulled that out of what she said.
What?
And it's
Just
very
like
empowering.
pulling like the meaning out of like
It's like the
basically
encouraging
what was
part.
happening to you. Because
It's like,
she's
I'm
always
sorry.
like saying like, I'm into it. And I'm like, you are. I'm like, that's literally an example of doing it. Like being able to be like this and this.
Yes, like, but that's what you guys did today too. Because I always saw that my only experience as kind of borderline negative. Because I'm just like, that's my apparition. That's my paranormal experience. But really, it was tonight that you guys were bringing up. Like, actually, maybe it was a guiding light. Maybe it was like take a step back and like perhaps you're seeing it because and the fact that I didn't feel fear is telling. So you're right. Like perception is a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Do you feel like something? Did you say it was like a reoccurring dream? Do you feel like something may have happened that like you kind of blocked out that you don't remember?
I do. I think there's things that I've suppressed. But But I think that it was more of chapters in my life where it was feelings that were reoccurring, like me feeling stuck or something, like in a situation that I couldn't easily get out of on a day-to-day. But it was like, I was like, you know, it was an obstacle for me that I was overcoming in my real life, that when I would go in my dreams, I'd go back to that house where I'm stuck in, where I'm trying to get out.
That makes
So
sense.
you felt stuck somewhere in real life, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, when did I feel this last? Or when did I feel this for the first time? And it's back at that point.
And it would come back. And I've noticed that it only comes back when I'm faced with that.
Going through something, yeah.
You're going through it, girl. You're going through it. So
that makes sense.
I've really thought about it, because I'm like, what the hell? Like, why? And you know what's crazy? It made me feel like Chucky. I've always felt like Chucky was chasing me. And that's one of the things. Child's Play was one of my favorite scary movies, which is crazy. And like, going back through it, I realized that even growing up, the books that I would read, they'd all be horror. They'd all be ghostly. I was just a weird little girl. My mom always called me that. She's like, why do you like that? Because she's scared of scary movies. She's scared of everything scary. But for me, I was like, bring it on. And then Goosebumps came out. I was like, yeah.
I love Goosebumps.
But it was just, I look back, because I actually recently went through, she kept everything. And so I went through all my old books, and they were like ghost books, like stories. And I'm just like, oh God, I'm morbid. As a little girl, I'm like, why do I like this?
I love that.
Like, why? I don't know, because it wasn't even taught. It was just self-interest.
Yeah.
Which is even more morbid, because why?
Same. I'm in the same boat.
I mean, that's a good indicator of why you had those experiences, though. Because, I mean, not everybody is into that stuff. And I feel like when you are for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I kind of associated it. And maybe those experiences is what I draw to, because it was like the same kind of reaction, like emotion provoking. Like, it made me feel like I was back in a freaking scary movie, even though I've never, you know what I mean? But the feelings that I was feeling was kind of, I don't know. That's actually insightful too. Maybe they're just like tied because it's emotion provoking. I don't know. Look at me. Look at Dr. feeling it today. Thank
We're
you.
a true crime, paranormal, and therapy podcast. Just kidding.
literally, I was about to say, since you're like a lucid dreamer and you're able to kind of go back to like, or pinpoint like what's going on with you in the moment, and then also tying that back to a childhood thing, you'd probably be like really susceptible to hypnotherapy.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I did for like a few
Help me
years.
stop vaping.
Like,
I love it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried that.
it's amazing.
Have you've done hypnotherapy?
I'm a certified hypnotherapist.
Shut up.
But I started going to someone recommended to me that graduated from, or got certified from the same school, and I loved it. Like, I feel like it changed everything for me.
Ooh. I'm going to have a lot more wine before I don't know.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, that's pretty dope though.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. And we're back.
I was like, what?
We're recording. What's your question?
We took a break, and we're ending our recording tonight with a slumber party question. We're kind of going back and forth.
I'm like, should we get? I don't have my phone is charging on your. I was like, I was gonna say like, should we Google?
Favorite scary movie?
Yeah, favorite scary movie.
Okay, I didn't want to like say it because I didn't know if you guys like, you know.
No, go for it.
Because you guys, I just want you guys to be included in the answer.
No, you go first.
I mean, I don't think mine's gonna be as scary as yours, but
Oh,
Taylor's
I
just
had to
staring
think
at
it.
her.
she's
I had to
like,
think.
freak.
She was like,
Like,
answer.
I've seen scary.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Let's pick a
Anissa, you
different
got all the
one.
answers.
Let's pick a different one. A different question.
Well, what is your
Okay.
favorite scary movie? I would like to know yours.
Oh, Halloween. Yeah,
Halloween.
Halloween.
Okay.
Halloween, and then the Scream movies are
Like, I
like
already
a
know.
close second. I love the Scream. All of them. I like them too.
It's on her shirt.
So I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
they're
Reppin'.
classics. I mean,
Steady
especially the
reppin'.
first one.
Courtney Cox.
Yes.
The
True.
one thing I know.
Yeah.
What question would you like somebody to ask you that you would like to answer tonight?
Are you asking me?
I'm just saying, like,
She's
if
throwing
you
it
could,
out
like,
there.
if you could answer something, like, for me, it's like, who's your favorite serial killer? BTK. That's the question I would
Oh,
like to answer
serial
tonight.
killer. Let's see. That's a good question.
I feel like one thing, okay, it's not really a question, but it's kind of like something I realized about myself when we're recording specifically with Chelsea is I feel like a lot of the times I don't know the scary stories I cover until I research
You read
them.
about 'em.
But one thing I know about myself is I like hearing other people's personal stories. Like I really like personal
Yeah.
stories and ghost hunting and stuff like that. So I found that was interesting about myself
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
that I didn't realize in the moment. I was like, I love that shit,
Yeah.
but I like the personal stories the most.
I think, not to piggyback off of you, but also to piggyback off of you, I think that's
Love that.
not to do the thing I'm about to do, but I think that's like something really cool. Like, and I know we've said this and we've probably like beaten a dead horse, but like something really cool about the podcast has been that not only have we like explored, I think, a little bit like deeper into our friendship, but like our friendships around people, and like we've gotten a lot more confident in speaking about things that make us uncomfortable and also doing things that make us uncomfortable. And then also like, I know we've said this a million times, but like the live shows have been amazing because we get to meet these people who come up to us and everybody has a story. Like, and something that connected me and Taylor was that, like, I feel like we never, even though I tried to make you think I was cool, like, I tried to impress you, like, we also never, like, weren't not ourselves around each other. You know what I mean? Like, me and Taylor's friendship was always built off of, like, we just accepted each other. We've been in one fight in our entire friendship. And Taylor even reached out and was like, hey, this is absolutely stupid that we're fighting. And, like, we have too much of a friendship to do this. That, like, and we've just always been able to have those conversations with each other. But, sorry, this is long-winded, but it's also been just really eye-opening of how many other people out there are kind of like that, in the sense of like you just are unapologetically yourself, and that there are other people that are searching for that. And
Like I can say the weirdest shit to you,
yeah,
and now you're gonna have an answer for it.
Yeah. Or
And there's, like,
reciprocate
no
the energy.
yeah, there's no
Yeah.
judgment.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back to the way, or what I was saying before, is I feel like you are intuitive in a way of like you always have something to say back, and I can say the weirdest shit.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
He's like, oh. And I mean, same with you. And he's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
like,
very
we
open
can
too. I'm
always,
like,
yeah.
we're a little too comfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been an experience of like there's always a story out there, and just being open to it has been really, really cool.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well said.
Okay,
Well
hopefully
said.
that was well said.
It was.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think about the question.
I feel like,
What she said.
sorry, really quick story.
Yeah.
Remember when, I know we're trying to end.
You're like, well.
It's never gonna end.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'll be really
Encore,
bad.
encore.
So it kind of ties in a little bit, because remember when we went on that ghost tour in Old Town San Diego?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I kind of remember being like, I love this stuff so much, but I feel like such a weirdo because I'm like way more into it than like people really know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember being like, I don't think I even told you, but I was like, I love this shit so much.
Yes.
Like, it's like, I'm so glad she wanted to do the ghost tour, but like, I could talk about it all night.
Yeah.
That's the same though for me because like you know when we go to Jerome and like we'll do the ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Well, I've also went, you know, Carmen. We worked with my friend Carmen, a girl named Carmen, and me and her have went and done this stuff too, and she was like super into it, and so it's neat to explore. Like when you hang around with like people who have the same interest as you, I guess,
Yes.
because I've had the same friend group like my whole life, right?
Yeah.
Like since we were like 12 years old, like the same friend group, and I don't know, like I've always felt like a little bit different from them because I'm like, we don't, like, I love my friends, but we don't really have like a lot in common,
Or the
and
same
that
interest.
yeah, there's not a lot like that, but that's what makes it neat. I think that's why, opposites attract. So so it is neat to actually find like 1 year they did get together and they took me to Sedona and booked a ghost tour because they're like, you love that stuff. So I'm like, oh, that was nice,
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Like they get me, they see me, but like to actually like that's why I love like hanging with Tia because I'm like, oh, she actually like is into
gets
it
you.
though.
Got it.
Yeah.
She's your
She
people.
bad at
Yes.
it. On the
So
scary
that's
side.
why
I'm
I'm
more
like-
scared of it. You're braver for sure. When it comes to
Yin and
horror
yang, though.
movies, but
Yes.
you love it too, and you
It's-
get it.
It's fun though. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, it's so neat to actually like have somebody like understand what you love and then be like,
It's like, you like it. No, I love it.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, it's like no,
It just
I
brings
can't
the
talk about
strand
it all
out.
day.
Yeah.
I feel like that is it. It's like the union is like, you may not like everything the same,
right.
but if they like it and it's something that you also have interest in, it's like they bring out that strand in you. And it's like, yeah, you like it, I love it. Like,
Yes.
let's go full
Yeah.
throttle. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of like the union where, I feel like that was some of the draws with Colleen. Like, I like all sorts of music. The genre runs deep. But then she's like, hey, I have insight on a certain, genre where we went to the emo night. And I was just like, yes.
Oh, and she went full throttle.
Because it was a strand that I was like, yes, I haven't got to let it out. And like, I would love to go to a show right now.
Samantha
Yes.
is literally like the ride or die that you need in your life because like she will go hard. Like you might be excited, she'll bring it up a level, and you're like, yes, like.
Yeah.
I
If
can
you
see
like
that
it, I
now.
love it. It's
No.
you like because it's the strand that's ignited, and like you're like, yes, I love this, and I've been waiting to like let it out. So yeah, but I guess trying to bring it in full circle, I think that's one of the things that drew me to kind of horror is I'm always thinking about. I'm not trying to put myself in their shoes, but I'm trying to get that logic.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to debunk it, but I'm also trying to understand. Like, what made them snap? Like, why would you do that? Or what makes this person...
Yes.
I can see where you guys would connect though too, because she says that all the time too.
It's
like
like-
the psychological aspect of
yeah.
it.
Like, people always ask, like, why are you into true crime? And it's like, I don't have a good answer because it's like, I'm not into, like, we joke saying, like, yeah, I love murder. It's like, no, I'm fascinated by what made this person do this, I think. And I know that's kind of like a cop-out question, but yeah, like, it is, like, what goes on inside your head, you know?
Yeah, it's the why and just trying to make logic and try to make that understanding like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now. I feel at peace now with your decision.
Yeah.
Not even if I agree, but it's just like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
Because, your mom did that and shit, or your dad did that shit, and that makes that's why you're fucked up.
And then you start connecting the dots of all the other murders. Like, okay, they had a weird upbringing.
They
But
were
then
like
there'll
this
be-
person, and then
Yeah,
Or
but then
you
there would
can-
be like the wild card where it's like they didn't have that. You're like, then why
Why
did
did
you?
you
Why did
You throw off everything I've learned
I was
so far.
just figuring it out.
Exactly. I do think that, okay, so then let's go back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like.
I guess let's talk about genres then. So
Yeah,
what is
that's true.
What is
That'd
your
be a good one.
favorite? I think I lean a lot more into that thriller, kind of like try to find out who done it.
Those
But
are my
then,
fave too. I
you know
love
what
that.
I mean? But then even the more like Identity, where it's like, what the fuck is going on? Hold up.
Yep.
Ooh, shout out to Ray Liotta. He was in that.
I love Identity. That's such a good movie.
So
I love
crazy,
it.
right?
The ending was wild. I was like, what? It,
Mm-hmm.
you guys, it's a good
Have it?
one. It's
Is it
like,
a thriller.
yeah, like I feel like that's a good one for them to watch.
Just psychological thriller. No.
The ending blows your mind.
Okay.
Try it.
It blows your mind.
like
You're
it.
just like, what?
Yeah.
What I told her was, I was like, I used to love thrillers when I was younger, but
I
now
love
they give me anxiety. So like, oh. But I do. I think I would like them still. Like, it's just been a while since
That
I've watched one.
it might spark it, but
I'll watch it with
nighttime.
you.
I'd be open to it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
There
like,
you
I'll
go.
watch it
True
with you.
friend. True friend.
Maybe some
She's down
wine.
for the
Yeah, we'll watch it,
The
and
brain.
it'll be during the day.
Yeah, try it.
During the
brain is
day.
Yeah.
pretty big right now.
Wait,
Follow it up with like a funny movie afterwards or Disney.
Yeah, during the day, just because it is a little heavy. Like it's where I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched it in a couple years, but I watched it like quite a bit, so I remember it, and I'm just like, that ending is so cool, though. You gotta watch it. Because I love it, because you're just like, my mind was blown. Was yours? I mean,
oh yeah,
because it was a twist for sure.
plot twister.
Was it like super psychological, or
I would say it touches very deeply on. I think that the
Should we
premise.
just watch it tonight? What do you
let's
think?
just do it.
Bring it back, yeah, for the 2009.
And I always remember the same birthday that they had, because like it was my cousin's birthday. And I'm like, oh my god, they have your birthday. And she's like, shut up. I'm like, oh my god, you're a psycho too. No,
I've connected the dots.
but I always remember that birthday, because I'm like, I would tease her about it. I'm like, oh, and she's like, shut up.
No, it's in the movie.
Yeah.
One of my, my favorite scary movies, I guess, growing up though, is probably I was able to watch Child's Play. The Child's Play ones,
Yeah.
and I guess kind of touching back on my stories earlier on, my reoccurring dreams is like Child's Play. Definitely, I felt that same fear watching those movies in my dream, and it was like the same type of like feeling that I got. But even though it was an interesting aspect, because I always felt like Chucky was funny.
Yeah.
Like he had like a comic.
He is funny,
yeah,
like,
like
especially when he
when
talks
you're
shit.
adult.
Comedic relief, and him and like Freddy. Also, Freddy gave me that.
Oh,
I
Freddy's
was
a-
never scared.
yeah.
I was never scared of him. I was just more like this mother.
The concept, though, if you really think about it, because of the sleeping, it's like you need to go to sleep, and that's the only thing that freaks me out. Because I'm like, if that happened in real life, like you would have
I'm
to.
trying to sleep.
Yeah,
I have
and
to
it's
work
like
tomorrow morning.
you can't really escape it, because you have to sleep at some point, you know, and
Right.
he's in your dreams. So
No, that's really scary. Like, what
we
were you
could-
saying, genres?
We could do it. Yeah, favorite genre.
oh, so you went with thriller and right?
And yes, thriller, like psychological. Yeah, thriller.
I'd have to say, I'll go with that as well, but also like horror, and as in horror I mean like anything like Halloween, Scream, even back in, take it back to like the 80s with like Terror Train, My Bloody Valentine. A lot of like the movies in the 80s I feel like are a lot scarier, just because I don't know.
Well done.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's so.
There's no regulations.
Yeah, it was creepy, really
Yeah.
creepy. It has like, you know, where you're just like, oh, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of it. Give me all of it.
She loves
Taking it
all.
back, all of it. Yeah.
Do you ever seen Christine?
Yeah, with a car.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sure have.
That was a good one for me. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I was such a little morbid kid. Because like no one
Same.
never really showed me that movie. Although I did find out that my dad liked that movie too, and he actually brought that up with his friends. And I think that he would just make it. My dad's a very comical guy. If you know him, he's full of charisma, I would say, but almost morbid, because it's like he's always cracking jokes, and it's always like you have to have that sense of humor to find him funny. So it's like, but I guess Christine was one of the movie that he referenced a lot. And because he worked in that industry of like aftermarket parts for cars. And so, but I guess he would like reference Christine a lot. And I'm like, that's one of my favorite movies. He's like, wait a minute. It's a scary movie. I was like, I know, Daddy. Like, and he's just like, definitely the
I
odd
love
kid
that I've
out.
seen that movie too, though.
Yeah.
Me. Oh yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
So thriller / horror.
Horror. Yep.
Okay.
How about you guys?
What about you?
Favorite genres?
Movies?
Yeah.
I don't like what you guys like.
That's okay. That's okay.
Musicals or just kidding.
Yeah.
But you really do
Yeah.
like
I really do like
Yeah,
Yeah.
musicals are good.
Newsies is one of my personal favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. I guess that would be kind of a combo.
Yeah.
A little
There you
bit.
go.
What about you?
Well, like I said, I used to like that stuff. Not horror. I don't think I ever liked horror. I liked thrillers and psychological. Now I feel like it's too much for me, because real life. But but I find a lot of comfort in like Marvel movies, like
Yeah.
superhero movies for some reason. Like I could watch Guardians of the Galaxy over and over. So I feel like I don't think that's a genre, but just like any Marvel movie. Yeah.
But on true crime, I'll say some of my, not necessarily movies, but like there's there's some really, really, really good series out there. Mindhunter is amazing. Like, that is probably one of my favorite, like, true crime series because of just how well it's done. It's David Fincher, so of course it's amazing. I love Law and Order. That's my ringtone and my text tone. The other night, you'll appreciate this, me and my husband are watching Psych, which is, have you seen Psych? It's this show about this guy who pretends to be psychic in order to solve crimes, and it's very funny. It's an old show, but we're watching it, and I was like, this is the best detective I've ever seen. He goes, only second to Olivia Benson, and I was like, that's why I married you.
I don't know.
You don't know that she's the main.
She's
Who?
The
Mariska
main.
Hargitay from Law and Order.
She's like the main
Oh, I
character.
don't watch that.
I think she's the main character.
But yeah, well, that was fun, guys.
Yeah, I feel like we could go on forever and ever.
We
So
probably will continue to go on.
we will continue. But if
Offline.
you guys like this, let us know.
Yeah.
But that wraps up our episode. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
Bye.
welcoming
Thanks
us.
for having us.